All right, I'm at 6.5 weeks post-operation now, so I'm going to give an update. I'm allowed out my sling now. I try to only wear it when I'm out in public if I'm going to bump into people, but around the 6-week mark, it started feeling pretty good again. I think the 4 to 6 week mark was where the swelling kind of went down. I had to ice it less, and I could start feeling strength again. I think for the first 3 weeks it was pretty uncomfortable, and I'll say sleeping in the sling is probably the worst part. I slept one night without a shirt on and I had the sling on. I highly recommend you sleep with a shirt on if you have a sling. And besides that, just range of motion exercises. So just the stuff that like they were telling me to do on the sheet that they gave me for the post-operation, and trying not to be too paranoid. I feel like it feels good and it feels tight. It feels a lot better than it did before surgery. Before surgery, I was getting like numbness in my fingers. Now I have no numbness, so I'm pretty happy I got the surgery, and we'll see how the strength and mobility return. But overall, I think my mobility is pretty good. I'm able to go like about 160 pretty easily. I actually have been playing video games a lot, so I've been kind of like this or like this. So I think my external rotation and internal rotation is actually better than it should be. But I'll talk to the doctor this upcoming week for my 6-week post-op appointment to see how everything's going. So besides that, this surgery hasn't been too bad. You know, I've been able to walk around and do things one-armed. It's a lot better than the ACL surgery where I could only kind of get on crutches, and walking was, I was able to weight bear early on because it's just the ACL surgery, it wasn't meniscus. But that was like a much more rough recovery. This is pretty good at 6 weeks. I feel pretty good already. If anything, it's just like the paranoia that like the labrum didn't get repaired, because it just feels like really bad sometimes. And then when I shower, like it's really hard to get like underneath the armpit, so it's been really hard to get deodorant on. But a tip I learned, or I found out, was so my physical therapist was joking about putting like deodorant on my knee. So what I do is I put soap on my knee, and then I'll like clean my armpit that way. And then for deodorant, I'll just use my right arm like this. And then I learned if I put the stick out enough, it's just really easy if I go like this. So these are pro tips. So yeah, these are the grip isos. I just grab like a little weight and I just squeeze it. And I'll typically do these at the same time as I do my shoulder isos. So pushing against, pushing forward, and pushing backwards. Those are pretty simple. And then I even have a pulley, which I have for like face pulls. But I'll just stay here and I'll just do this. It's like really boring PT. It's like really just a lot of waiting and like being unsure. But you know, they say unless you like fall on the repair, it's not gonna tear, like if you fall on an arm. So I've been trying to be pretty careful so far. And then yeah, I'll do my resisted bicep curls like this. It's very easy. I do like a set of 20. I try to make sure my shoulder doesn't feel weird. And then I just sit on the edge like this I'm working up to 8 pounds now. And I'll just do 20 reps, like every direction. So like this. And it's just really slow. Yeah, I'll just say it's just like a patience game. So I've been reading a lot, focusing on my career more, and just playing games, just trying to pass the time until I get better. And yeah, I'll give another update see what the doctor says. And then around 8 weeks, my physical therapist and I are trying to strengthen my shoulder a lot, because I'm getting a hip surgery in 2 months from that point. So just a lot of recovery and work cut out ahead for me before I get back to breaking. I've also been working on my legs a lot, so I've been doing my ACL recovery. So I've just been doing leg extensions, hamstring curl, the groin machine. It's a very helpful exercise for me in breaking. Bulgarian split squats, knees over toes stuff. So like step downs, I've been going from 1 step to 2 steps now for height. Also I've been doing calf raises and sissy squats. And so it's been about, let's see, it's October now, so January, it's about 9 months since my ACL surgery. I'm starting to get my quad size back. It's still a little smaller, but I'm feeling the strength coming back. I'm still working on getting my tendons stronger, but it's starting to feel really good again. Sissy squats are getting a lot easier. There's a lot less crunching and cracking in this leg, and I'm feeling like pretty strong again in terms of being able to do footwork. But, you know, I'm recovering from my shoulder surgery, so I still gotta be careful. And this is like, I'm still getting used to like, I still can't 1 leg squat on this leg, which I can do on my left leg, even with like a bad hip. But I can't, I don't know, I haven't tried this, so yeah, I just get a lot of instability as I'm going down and pressure in the front. So that's my, I guess 8.5 month update, but I took about like a month off during the surgery. So I think I would have recovered a little faster if this was the only thing to worry about. And I think going forward, I'm going to start combining just all the injury videos into one, because I'm just stacking like my shoulder and my hip and knee and just kind of like seeing how things progress.